I'm moving to Disney World. Hey guys, what is up? My name is Veronica and I am doing the Disney College program, Fall Advantage. That's not technically what they're calling it anymore, but in years past, that's technically what my program would be. I am doing June 6th to January 12th. So yeah, this video is going to be the DCP tag, so I'll be answering some common questions about the Disney College program. So if you want to see that, keep on watching. My little sticky note here, chicken scratch to remember the questions. So question one is, how did I hear about the DCP? So I'm 23 right now. I just turned 23, and I graduated college last year. And when I was a junior, I think, sophomore or junior in high school, one of my friends, who is a huge Disney fan, told me about the DCP because she wanted to do it. So I got like really into it. I watched all of the vloggers, Emily Enchanted, Chase Russell. Well, I guess that's it. So not all of the vloggers, but you know what I mean. And I learned everything about the DCP, but I didn't want to do it while I was still in college because I didn't want to miss a semester. So I was just going to do it after I graduated. But then COVID happened, and that is a whole another story. So that kind of leads me into question number two, which is, what is the interview process? And it has changed drastically, D-R-A-S-T-I-C, drastic. Anyways, it changed you know what I'm trying to say, because of COVID. So there's no more phone interview. And there's no more role selection, which kind of sucks. Hopefully they bring it back for all of you who have not applied yet, because yeah, I know that's been one of the main issues with people doing the program, is that there's just some roles that some people don't want and aren't willing to do, but you don't really get that choice in this. So you have to make that decision if you're willing to do any role before you even apply, because you don't find out your role until after you get accepted and pay the fee, which is non-refundable. So I'll make a whole separate video on the interview process and what my application process was like personally. So if you want to see that, subscribe down below. The first thing is you apply, which is like you put in your resume, you set up your profile, you put in your work history, and I think it only gives you 5 spots for work history. So like I've had way more than 5 jobs. So I just picked kind of the most relevant ones and the ones that were associated with the roles I wanted. And then after that, they go over your application and they decide whether or not they want to interview you. So that is the web-based interview, which is basically like a series of questions, like how much you agree, or like rate 1 to 5. But again, I'll go way more in depth in the actual interview process video. And then after you do the web-based interview, it'll either tell you, sorry, you've not made it, or it'll tell you you're a strong candidate, and then from there you'll have to wait for a no longer in consideration email or an accepted email. And that's pretty much the extent of the interview process at this point. The next question is, where was I when I got my acceptance email? And this is actually a really funny story. Maybe it's only funny to me, maybe you had to be there, I don't know, but I live in Orlando right now, so I was actually in Miami on like a weekend work trip. I was doing some big fancy event in a stadium, which was amazing. And I was like sleeping in my car because it was convenient. So I was just like sleeping at some like boat dock in my car. And I had an off day. I had one day off of what I was there for, so I decided to spend my whole day at the beach. So I drove to Target because I didn't bring a bathing suit, and I got a bathing suit, and as I'm walking back to my car, at this Target, I opened my phone and seen an email from Disney. So I opened it immediately and it's like, congratulations, you've been accepted. So I like immediately called my mom crying. And like she thought something was wrong, but I just got accepted to the DCP. So number 4 is, what is your role / what are your preferred roles? So I'll do my preferred roles first. So always, I wanted to be a character performer. I went to college for musical theater and dance. Like I've done that my whole life. I wanted to be a character performer. That was one of the main reasons why I wanted to do the DCP as well. I performed at Disney and Disney Springs my senior year of high school with my choir and my marching band, and we did a Broadway workshop with someone who worked at Disney already, and I told her I wanted to do the DCP, and she was like, honestly, just audition, like you have the look and you have the skills, like just skip the whole program. But I wanted to do the program anyways. So besides character performer, because obviously they stopped doing auditions after COVID, which literally broke my heart, and I will again talk about that more in the application video and my experience video. So besides character performer, the roles I wanted, kind of character attendant, I don't know how I feel about that one anymore. Photo pass, again, kind of. I don't know how I feel about stopping people in the middle of the road asking if they want a photo that I know they're gonna have to pay for later, but I like taking photos and like video and stuff, so that was interesting to me. Gosh, what else would I have even wanted to do? I know I did not want custodial because there's no way I would deal with picking up like dead birds off of the sidewalk and disposing of them. I couldn't do it. I also didn't want housekeeping because it's not how I want to spend my time. Yeah, I didn't really want anything at a resort, so like concierge. I did not want parking. And like, no hate to anyone who has these roles, or if you wanted these roles, or if you got these roles, like still be excited. Like every role is a role at Disney. It's just like, personally, like I don't want to stand out in a parking lot all day. So there were some places, like certain attractions I would want, or certain like merch, whatever I would want. So like Tower of Terror attractions, for example, like Tower of Terror is one of my favorite rides. So I would be okay if I got that as my role. But I wouldn't necessarily say attractions was my dream role. I absolutely did not want quick service or anything in food service because I've worked in food service before and it's not for me. If I can think of anything else, like an actual dream role besides character performer, costuming would be cool just because it's still an entertainment, but I wouldn't call that a dream role. Role reveal will happen at the end of this video, so stay tuned. You're halfway through, you could make it, don't skip to the end. The next question is roommates, like where did I find my roommates? How many did I want? So this has also changed since COVID because Flamingo Crossings is now available instead of like Chatham, Patterson, and stuff like that. So basically it's like through dorms now, and you like register for dorms, and when you register for dorms, you can link with one roommate and that's it, and someone's like in charge. So like the person you link with can't link with anyone else, it's just you two. And then the like rooms are 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom with 4 people, so you share a bedroom and a bathroom, 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, or 4 bedroom, 4 bathroom. I got and I wanted a 2x2 because it's the cheapest. But how I found my roommate was just on one of the Facebook groups. I know that's what everyone says, but like genuinely, like I don't know any other way to meet people doing the program. It's always been join the Facebook group and like the group me's and stuff. I've met so many people already through group me's and stuff. I just like scrolled through the little roommate surveys that people put out and just like found someone who has like a lot in common with me, and the same dates, because you need to have the same dates to link with a roommate. And then I just like DM'd her and I was like, hey, do you want to link as roommates? Like basically. Number 6 is, what will you miss on the DCP? So this question definitely changed since high school because I live in Orlando now. I used to live in Chicago back in high school, so kind of a long ways away, but now it's right at home pretty much. And I already don't have friends here, so it's not like I'm missing any friends either, because I have no friends in Orlando yet. But my cats, I guess, that's another thing. I lived in Chicago my whole life, and then I moved to Texas to go to college, so I already missed everything when I was at college, like my friends and my family and my cats, and like my hometown. So I've kind of like outgrown the like homesick whatever. But yeah, I mean, not seeing my cats every day is like always sad, and then not seeing my mom every day. And then I know I chose a 2x2, so I have to share a room, which like isn't that big of a deal for me, but I will miss having my own room and having my own space to just like decompose in my bed. So I also will be making a video about why I'm not excited to do the DCP. So if you want the tea on that, subscribe down below and stay tuned for that video, because yeah. Number 7 is, what is your favorite park? And this question is so hard for me because I've only been to Disney twice, and once was when I was a kid and we didn't even go to Animal Kingdom, I don't think. And then the last time was 5 years ago, maybe more than that. But if I like had to give you an answer, it would be Epcot. One, because I liked World Showcase. Also, Mission Space, Spaceship Earth, and Test Track are some of my favorite rides, and those are in Epcot. And Guardians of the Galaxy is now in Epcot. I haven't rode it yet. Ridden it? I haven't rode it. I haven't rode it. I haven't ridden it. Apparently English is not my strong suit, so bear with me. But you know what I mean. Haven't been on Guardians of the Galaxy yet, so I can't say if it's one of my favorite rides. But Hollywood Studios has my favorite ride of all time, which is Tower of Terror. But I don't know. And I haven't been to Toy Story Land yet, so maybe, I don't know. But then Magic Kingdom is like so magical in itself because it's Magic Kingdom, so like, you know what I'm saying? It's not Animal Kingdom, I can tell you that right now, even though they have Dinosaur, which is also one of my favorite rides. The park itself is just not my favorite. Even though, like, if you know me, you know how much I love nature, so like that doesn't make sense. It's just how it is. The 8th question is, what's the first thing you want to do when you're there? This is such a boring answer, but I swear I'll try to make it interesting. The first thing I actually want to do is completely unpack my room and get my room ready, just so I have a comfortable living space. But besides that, I definitely want to meet up with all the people that I've met so far. Yeah, I don't know if we're like gonna go to Universal or if we're just gonna go get pizza or both or what is happening, but that is exciting. I also want to do Disney Springs Day and resort hopping before we get our park access, so those are things that I'm looking forward to as soon as I get there. I will be making a DCP bucket list video as well, so if you want to see that one, subscribe down below so you don't miss it. And that leads me into the next question, which is number 9. which is, what is your number one bucket list thing? And I need to actually go through and like make a proper bucket list. I thought I did, but I can't find it anymore. But right now I would probably say the number one thing is to drink around the world. Or yeah, that's probably the number one thing, at least right now. I do want to go to every festival that happens while I'm there. So like Festival of the Arts, Food and Wine, Flower and Garden. I can't think of anything else right now, but stay tuned for my bucket list video. Last question besides my role reveal is, what is one thing you want to take away from the program? That's a good question. I'm really bad at answering questions like this because critical thinking, not critical thinking, but like asking me questions about things. Someone just started leaf blowing their front lawn. Sorry if you can hear that. Anyways, thinking about things that have to do with like my life stress me out. So I just don't think about them. One thing I want to take away, without spoiling my role. Well, this is gonna spoil my role. I guess just hands-on experience in my field. I suppose I could put it that way. And then just working at Disney, I guess, is like, not a lot of people get to say that, but at the same time, a lot of people do get to say that. But like, yeah, I don't know. Is that a bad answer? I think that's a bad answer, but one thing I want to take away. I don't know. This isn't necessarily a takeaway, but it's like, I've waited 7 years to do the DCP and I'm like actually finally doing it. So that's really cool and special. So I guess that answers the question. I don't know. If you're doing the DCP, what is one thing you want to take away? Leave it in the comments below and let me know. Now it's time for the role reveal. Let me put my ears back on for this. I took them off because I'm in the car, obviously, and you can barely see them. These were the first ever ears I got. When I was 12, they were the classic mini ears and they stretched out because I put them on like a lampshade or something. Anyways, my role reveal. So, if you were unaware, they brought back the character performer auditions for May and June arrivals only, and I am a June arrival. So I had the opportunity to audition. I will go into the whole audition process in a separate video if you want to see that, or if you're looking forward to auditioning in the future. It definitely was different than previous years, but I was lucky enough to audition, and obviously you still get a role, a tentative role, before you find out if you're being switched over to character performer. So I don't actually know if I am a character performer yet. I got a callback. So my callback is June 7th, the day after I arrive, and then the day or a couple days after that I will find out for sure if I got hired as a character performer. So you guys will definitely know. But my tentative role is attractions. And I'll just go ahead and tell you my location for attractions while I'm here, because I don't necessarily plan on making a whole location reveal, especially if I do get transferred to character performer, because my location will change. So right now I am in Magic Kingdom Tomorrowland attractions. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there are no interesting rides in Tomorrowland besides maybe Space Mountain. That's not even necessarily one of my favorite rides. So I was really excited when I got attractions because I really wanted Tower of Terror. But alas, I did not get Tower of Terror. I got Magic Kingdom Tomorrowland. So that's okay though. Like, it's literally not that big of a deal. We're coping. But what's really gotten me through is the fact that I got a callback for character performer, which is literally my dream role. So good energy vibes my way, please. Yeah, that is the whole DCP tag. Please subscribe down below if you want to watch my Disney College program journey, watch all of my videos and vlogs, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!